Kamala Harris and Donald Trump just gave us a debate showdown for the ages. And let's just say, it was epic. From the first moments Tuesday night, when Harris practically cornered Trump into shaking her hand like she was collecting a bet, it was clear she was there to play her game, her way, just weeks before Election Day.
Kamala Harris. What's up? Good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Even Fox News had to admit it. Trump fell for Harris's bait and revisited old grievances.
Make no mistake about it, Trump had a bad night.
For now, it's clear Harris came out on top. Kamala was full of energy, painting a bright future like a motivational speaker. On the other hand, Trump took a more fear-mongering, pessimistic approach, emphasizing a gloomier vision for America.
Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime. And it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
President Trump, as you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
He even came in with a Mike Tyson quote about everyone having a plan until they get punched in the mouth, but by the end of the night, it felt like he was the one trying to figure out how to stick to his plan.
You still do not have a plan.
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now.
Harris, who sometimes struggles with unscripted moments, was sharp and confident, while Trump lacked his usual energy, almost like he missed debating Joe Biden.
I probably took a bullet to the head because of the things that they say about me. They talk about democracy. I'm a threat to democracy. They're the threat to democracy.
Meanwhile, Kamala called him weak and poked at his crowd sizes, and he fell right into the trap with heated responses.
During the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
For those curious about Harris, she gave them plenty to think about. And just when you thought the night couldn't get any wilder, Taylor Swift came out of her hermit mode with a mic drop moment. After staying quiet for a while, and perhaps watching this debate unfold, she decided to set the record straight.
I need to be on the right side of history, and if he doesn't win, then at least I tried.
You see, after the Trump team tried to pull some AI trickery to fake her endorsement, Taylor took to social media right after the debate and declared, "I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election." That's how you clear things up, Swift style.
I really love doing it.
You're great at it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Harris wasn't flawless, though. She sidestepped directly answering whether Americans are better off now and didn't fully address the Afghanistan withdrawal issue.
The president at the time invited the Taliban to Camp David, a place of storied significance for us as Americans.
But even then, she smoothly pivoted back to her key points. Meanwhile, Trump seemed more focused on repeating his rally lines than pressing her on these topics.
She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well.
At one point, Trump brought up Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, like that's someone every American has on their short list of trusted sources.
Viktor Orban, one of the most respected men, they call him a strong man. He's a tough person, smart. Prime Minister of Hungary.
And don't even get me started on his abortion takes.
He said, the baby will be born, and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
First, he took credit for the Supreme Court's conservative majority. Then he spun it like most Americans were just itching to see the decision handed back to the states.
No, I'm not in favor of abortion ban, but it doesn't matter because this issue has now been taken over by the states.
Harris hit back with a zinger.
It's insulting to the women of America.
Ouch. Then there was the Ukraine moment. Trump went on about how he's the only thing standing between the US and World War III. How dramatic. Harris, however, kept it grounded, pointing out that his so-called peace plan would actually play right into Putin's hands.
I believe the reason that Donald Trump says that this war would be over within 24 hours is because he would just give it up.
And the whole night felt like Trump was itching to debate Joe Biden again, like he showed up at the wrong event and wanted to turn back time. But Harris nailed it with this line.
Well, first of all, it's important to remind the former president you're not running against Joe Biden, you're running against me.
Boom! Drop the mic. Now, whether this debate will swing the vote, that's a cliffhanger for another day, my friends. But one thing's clear, Harris definitely proved herself as a strong and serious contender against Trump.
And I'll tell you, I believe you deserve a president who actually puts you first, and I pledge to you that I will.
And it's no surprise. She's got years of debate experience backing her up.
And I'm ready to get to work. I am ready to get to work.
Remember during the 2020 race when she called Trump corrupt and unpatriotic? She even poked fun at his odd fixation on undoing anything Obama touched.
What is the greatest national security threat to the United States? It's Donald Trump.
Oh, and the moment when she straight up told Mike Pence, Trump's partner in crime, that his boss had a serious misunderstanding of what honesty means.
And the thing that has always been part of the strength of our nation, in addition to our great military, has been that we keep our word. But Donald Trump doesn't understand that because he doesn't understand what it means to be honest.
Boom. She ate with that one. And when Pence kept interrupting her in that debate, Kamala hit him with the now iconic, "I'm speaking."
Well, let's get
So no, but Susan, this is important.
Susan,
I want to
have
add,
to
but
weigh in
if,
here.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I have to
I'm
weigh
speaking.
in.
Honestly, I felt that in my soul. Like when someone tries to talk over you at a meeting and you just want to channel your inner Kamala.
Wait a minute, I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
And what's her secret weapon? Preparation, preparation, preparation. She comes armed with more facts and stats than a trivia night champion. She's got a knack for delivering sharp, snappy one-liners that keep us all talking long after the debate is over. This is truly a superpower.
And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work.
As one of her former aides, Brian Brokaw, put it, she knows that every word, every raised eyebrow, and every little side eye counts at this level. No pressure, right? I mean, you can have the smartest team in the world prepping you for months, but in the end, it's just you, the stage lights, and the mic, and Kamala knows how to work all three.
We have to know that sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open, sometimes they won't. And then you need to kick that door down.
Remember when she laid out her immigration plan during the Democratic debates in 2019? She wasn't just prepared, she was impeccably ready. If debates were a school project, Kamala would be that kid with the color-coded binder and a backup plan for her backup plan.
I will immediately, by executive action, reinstate DACA status and DACA protection to those young people.
Even in her 2020 face-off with Pence, Kamala didn't hold back. She called out the Trump administration's COVID response as the greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country.
And our plan is about what we need to do around a national strategy for contact tracing, for testing, for administration of the vaccine, and making sure that it will be free for all.
And she backed it up with a whole list of stats. Deaths, shutdowns, unemployment, you name it. She had a number for it. You could practically see Pence squirming in his seat.
Whatever the vice president is claiming the administration has done, clearly it hasn't worked. When you're looking at over 210,000 dead bodies in our country, American lives.
But hey, no one's perfect. Even Kamala's had a few zingers that didn't quite land. Remember that big moment in the 2019 debate when she called out Joe Biden for opposing federal funding to desegregate schools with busing?
You know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
She had everyone buzzing. Literally, her campaign even launched merch around that line. But things got a bit messy in the days that followed, and the momentum kind of fizzled out. It's like when you have a great comeback in an argument, but then realize it didn't quite make sense afterward. Oops. Now, Trump's team knows Kamala's all about those sharp remarks and viral moments. And that might explain why Harris's campaign pushed to keep those mics unmuted for the entire debate. Nothing like a good old hot mic moment, right?
Yes, and I really enjoyed it.
Another one of her secret weapons is breaking the fourth wall and speaking directly to the audience. She knows how to connect, react in real time, and make the crowd feel like they're on her side.
We're on the same team.
Take her first presidential primary debate. While her fellow candidates were busy talking over each other, Kamala seized the moment to cut through the noise.
Hey guys, you know what? America does not want to witness a food fight. They want to know how we're going to put food on their table. Yes?
The audience loved it. Clear, direct, and focused on the issues. In her 2010 debate for California Attorney General, she had another standout moment when her opponent, Steve Cooley, casually admitted he'd be double dipping by taking both a pension and a salary. Kamala's response was simple.
Go for it, Steve.
When you get there, you'll want yours too.
You've earned it, there's no question.
It was the debate equivalent of a mic drop, and they turned his blunder into an ad that left Cooley's support in shambles. And who can forget the 2016 Senate race? Kamala's opponent, Loretta Sanchez, decided to dab after her closing statement, a move that wasn't on the debate stream but went viral afterward. Kamala's reaction was priceless.
So there's a clear difference between the candidates in this race.
No need for a flashy comeback. Her expression said it all. When debating Mike Pence, Kamala leaned into that fourth wall-breaking approach even more, speaking right into the camera to address viewers directly. After listing Trump's controversial comments, she delivered an iconic line.
In America, you deserve better,
This message was aimed directly at the people watching at home.
and the American people know what I'm talking about. You know.
Also, Kamala's sharp enough to know when to let her opponents trip themselves up, and she's just as skilled at redirecting attacks back where they belong. When criticized for supporting the Green New Deal, she calmly stated,
That Joe Biden will not ban fracking. That is a fact.
yeah, she made her position clear without missing a beat. Her 2019 debates had their moments too, especially when Tulsi Gabbard took a swing at the Democratic Party. Kamala shot back, calling out Gabbard's history of criticizing Obama on Fox News.
We have someone on the stage who is attempting to be the Democratic nominee for President of the United States, who during the Obama administration spent 4 years full-time on Fox News criticizing President Obama.
When Gabbard tried to counter, Kamala didn't engage. Instead, she pivoted to her core message.
Kamala Harris for the people.
So, there you have it. Kamala Harris's debate style is a masterclass in preparation, sharp comebacks, and breaking the fourth wall.
That's right.
Now, what do you guys think? Who came out on top in this debate? Trump or Harris? Share your thoughts in the comments below.